All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Chris's Sports Corner. Real quick, man, hope everybody's having a great Friday. Wow, it's Friday already, huh? Also, man, make sure you guys hit those links down below, like I always say. Continue to hit me up on social media, man. Continue to support the channel, man. And I appreciate each and every last one of you guys. So on my channel, I don't do one team, man. I try to do of course I'm a Lakers fan, I'm a Cowboys fan, but I also talk about, I got a big Ravens support on my channel, I got a big Toronto support on my channel, and I got other teams that support. And so with that being said, I feel as though it'd be remiss not just because, these teams may not be my primary team. Sometimes I feel like it's important that I continue to make content for everyone that support my channel, not just the one team, and I will continue to do that. So with that being said, man, let's talk about these Toronto Raptors, all right? Now, we all know, they got put out by Boston. I had them coming out the East, I'm gonna be honest. But it wasn't to be this year. So, with them, being put out, the question is what's next? What's next for them? And that a lot of that fall on the shoulder of one man, Usai Mujiri. I butcher his name, guys. I try. I do. But he's the guy, right? Like he's the mastermind behind that Toronto team. And when you say that, you look at the pieces they got there, the people that he picked up. Of course, we all know what the Kawhi Leonard trade meant, but to me that trade meant, it showed that he was about winning, and winning now. And it was important for him to bring that first championship to Toronto. And with that being said, man, he did it. He did it. So, but there's a couple things, to talk about. Number one, he said Fred VanVleet is the top priority. You won't find nobody else that agree more than me. I think that, I think that Fred VanVleet should be a top priority. He just, to me, is such a different type of guy, right? Like, what I love about Steady Freddy is the fact that, he's constantly even keel and always about the work. He's not the one that gonna give you the glitz and the glamour and all the soundbite things and stuff like that. But he's the quiet guy that gonna come out, lead his team, show that toughness, and play very well. Well, I think he's a corner piece. Now, I'm not saying he's the piece of all pieces, not what I'm saying, but I think he's a corner piece, a centerpiece of what they want to do. He's one of those key components, right? And of the culture of Toronto. When you look at even the championship run they had last year, you look at it and people often forget just how big he was during those playoffs. I know, Kawhi get a lot of that credit, but a lot of that should go to Fred VanVleet, because he really held that team down. Him and as well as Kyle Lowry. But right now we're talking about Steady Fred. So I agree he should be, and if they don't bring him back, there's definitely a market for him. But I think they will. I think they'll get it done. I think he wants to be there. And I think they'll figure out a way to get this done. Nick Nurse got his deal, man. He got his 5-year extension with Toronto. Deserve every centimeter of that deal. Deserve all of it. NBA Coach of the Year. Now I get it. Now some people feel like, hey, that they could have took Siakam out early during the, took him out or had some different rotations, stuck with what was working. I get it. But if you got to go that deep into nitpicking about an issue, that guy's doing his job. And I think Nick Nurse is doing his job. I think he's doing way above his job. I pointed out before all the things that because he wasn't the popular choice. Everyone felt like Dwayne Casey should have never been left, especially the stars. Especially, the DeMar Rosen trade, all these things that he had to deal with, bringing in Kawhi Leonard leaving, Dealing with an organization that was trying to cater to Kawhi to get him to stay, it was a lot. It was a lot. You know what I'm saying? So he got his deal. But you know what I'm noticing, right? And the reason I keep looking down here is because I wanted to make sure I hit certain points in this video. And the one thing I notice is Masai Ujiri taking care of everybody except himself. What about his contract? He got one more year on his deal. Let me say this. I think Masai Ujiri is making sure the Toronto Raptors are good. I also think that he's going to stay. I just think now, first of all, when I say things like this is purely from observation from a distance. But he's just a nice guy. He got a whole country behind him. And when you look at it, I don't see him leaving. But you also got to understand, too, that once he hit that open market, he will be the most sought after GM. It's just what it is. Do people remember he was offered some ownership in a part of it? I think it was the Wizards, if I'm not mistaken, just to come over there. He will get, if he decided to leave Toronto, he would get a bag, a big bag, with some extra in that bag. So I don't think I don't want him to leave. I love what he's built there. I know Raptors fans don't want him to leave. I love what he's done since he's been there. I love the fact that he's found ways to circumvent, for example, there's no way Kawhi would have came without that being a trade. He was willing to take that 1 year risk. And if you ask any Toronto fan, I'm quite sure they'll tell you, take that risk. It brought a championship to the Raptors. That was a heck of a risk and reward. That's what you brought him there for. Now, you hope he could have stayed, but he didn't. But at the end of the day, you got a championship, and that's what he's about. He's about winning. He's about winning. I think they got a great and also he's trying to get. If I'm not mistaken, I can't forget the GM. So he's the president. I keep saying GM. I'm sorry, guys. He's the president, but the GM, I forget his name. Bob, I think. Anyway, but he's trying to make sure he get him locked up and all of that. I'm hoping he's staying, but let me tell you, he's going to get some attractive offers when he get ready to leave. When he get ready to hit that free agent. I hope they don't let him hit the free agent market. If I'm the Raptors, hey, here's a blank check, sign your name. You write in what you want, sign your name. I think he's that big. I think he's that important. And the role that he took on there, and then to just build what he's building there, man. I just think his work ain't done. Like I said, I used to follow him from Denver. And even there, you seen how the organization was turning around, and then he ended up leaving, and then it went down for a minute. But now, obviously they're back. I think this is a perfect location for him. I think he can create a lot there, but I think it's also some little things that I've been reading that are important to him as well. So we'll see how it plays out, man. Me personally, I vote for him to stay in Toronto. I just love to see what he's building there. I know the city of Toronto love him. Everybody that's a Raptor fans love him. If you're just a genuine fan of the NBA, period, you love Masai Ujiri and everything he stood for. So with that being said, guys, that's what I got, man. Masai Ujiri taking care of everyone else, but himself. It's time to take care of yourself, man. Stay in Toronto. With that being said, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, you guys be good.